Excellence is not a skill, it's an attitude. No matter how good you are, if you do not have the attitude to really aim for the excellence that you're wanted, then you will be stuck and nothing will happen in your life. I have two different courses. I am a graduate of Diploma of Midwifery for 2 years and I took my board exam. I am a registered midwife, and then after that, I again took my BSN from Iloilo. So I get all my undergrad studies in Iloilo, and I was a cum laude. I'm very proud to say that. And I got the Best in Clinical Experience award as well. Maybe because life was hard. And I just got very lucky to be sponsored by a Swedish couple. They sent me to school, and I think my goal really is to do the best that I can to make them proud and to change my life. I grew up in a very poor family, and I'm not shy about it because it really motivates me to do what I'm doing right now. And someone should cut the poverty line in the family, and I believe that it's me for my own family. I started working because I wanted to help my siblings. Our youngest, I'm still sending him to school even if I have my own family because, I really wanted to give back. I've experienced a lot of help from different people, and I wanted to start it with my own family. And I have different scholars as well right now. So I'm sending them to school. It really motivates me to help people, especially the kids who wants to go to school and, they wanted to change their life as well. One of them is my cousin from Mindanao. He's from a tribe where my mom came from as well. I'm a very proud Subanin tribe member. We're not used to the culture, but we have blood from that culture. So I get him from Mindanao and I have him stay with me so he can go to school. And I have one. This girl is in grade 10. I took her because she's very fond of my kids. And, as a return, I want to give her something to help her because she wanted to go to school as well. And if people are very fun to go to school and I admire them, I wanted to help them because somehow, sometime in the past, people believes in me and send me to school as well because I have that vision to really change the life that I used to have. In short, I don't want to go back to where we came from. I read something about medical coding. I thought it was just, encoding information from patients' chart, like their names, age. And I was I was shocked when I started it and they give me 3 or 4 books that are very, very thick. And I said, no, it's not the job that I applied for. I wanted a job that's, just for an average people like, nurses, very fresh from clinical and so on. But they said this is not encoding. This is something that will really trigger your brain cells to work. I will be 7 years in this career. I never regretted any moment that I decided to join the corporate healthcare industry. It really changed my life. And I have very, very good friends. I call them family at work. So they were here first. I have a lot of them here. When I came here, I really wanted to, immerse first in the production as a medical coder. So I didn't get any role higher than a medical coder. So I said to my husband, I really wanted to become a coder first. I don't want any other responsibilities at the time. I want to focus on building myself again because I was from my maternity leave. And I want to have more time with my boy. And then later on, after 5 months, I've seen a lot of opportunity And I think that my passion really is for training. I really wanted to become an educator. I want to share what I know. I want to build talent. I want people to be confident in what they know, because when I was a scholar, I want to be an excellent one. So I want to have a great educator to train me. I keep on thinking of the opportunities that's coming ahead, not the opportunities that I just have now. What will be me in the next, 1 year, 2 years, if I stay as a coder or if I grab being a specialist. And so I always look forward for what will be the goal or the result after some time investing in myself. And yes, I got the role for training specialist in 2019.
Nursey was part of my training class. No, back then I was still a trainer. So she was part of my training class. And ever since then, I've already seen a potential in her. Of course, right after that, after the completion of training, she goes on to operations. And then the next time that I've seen her was in 2019 when she was applying for a trainer post. So during this time, but I wasn't the one who did the interview for her role. So it was my friend who was the supervisor then. And then he gave out a lot of items on what to watch out with Nursey. And that includes, going the extra mile. I believe it's her passion. Passion niya talaga yun. As I've mentioned, if you're just doing your job as a trainer, you'll just stick on the training materials, you'll just stick on the training aid, pero Nursey goes beyond that. She goes that extra mile, as I've mentioned, picking out the things very complex and then putting it into a much simpler way. No, in a sense that she knows this level of knowledge for these people will understand. So when that moment, when I sat on her first class, when I realized that, I was able to say to myself, I think I've hit the jackpot in Nursey. Kasi nga, a lot of people can be trainers, but not everyone can be teachers.
After some time, I am thinking of doing another level up, right? But I got pregnant and I had my kid, my second child, and so it was a bit postponed. And there was a pandemic a month after I gave birth, and it changed everything. I said, if there will be a work from home setup, what will I do aside from, taking good care of my kids? I have my mom with me because they were locked down here in Manila. We were staying in Makati. I told my husband, I have a plan of being a doctor, a medical doctor, I told him. But since we can't afford it yet, because we have kids and, we send people to school and, maybe you can finance me and get my master's instead while I'm working from home. And I really plan to take my master's at the age of 30. But the enrollment that I had in 2020 was really impulsive. I have no money. I was from my maternity leave again, but the down payment was only 5,000. So if I told myself, if I can get 5,000 by September 2020, this is the sign that I have to push through with my master's degree. I get back to work. I was able to save that 5,000 because, we have a lot of expenses. This is it. This is the sign. And I always think that if I will not start, I'll be 32 in 2022. If I will start now, I'll be 32 with a master's degree. But if I will not start, I will still be 32 with no degree. I want to know what's going to happen if I will be a supervisor. So I have a different path. I prepared for the role before I took the role so that if I will be there, I know what to do. I have the knowledge, the skill. I may not know all the tasks, but if you have the idea, the proper preparation, they know that you're capable and they can rely on you. I think that's something about, commitment to excellence. I think that's what made me in this role right now. I always made sure that I will be an asset of the organization. And even right now, as a supervisor, I'm still doing the training. I still handle classes because I don't want to forget the skill that I have. It will be very difficult to get back if you forgot it. To be honest, of all the role that I handled in the industry, my favorite was when I was still a full-time training specialist. It was rewarding, it was, fulfilling, especially if you get 100% passing rate for the certification. So that was really the goal. Every time I start my class, my goal is not one person to succeed. I want everyone in my class to get 100% because the feeling is different if everyone pass. So I keep on telling them to pray for each other, help each other, and start the teamwork from the training. I'm very proud that I can build talents and that they can be a part of Shearwater. So I think every trainer wants, all their trainees to be successful. And I'm very proud that we have a lot of MCA scholars that are already in a role of training as well, training specialists. We have a few QAs as well and a lot of TLs right now. So they're all coming from the academy, and as what they said, when they got a mistake, it will be reflected to the trainer. And when they get successful, I believe it's still being reflected to who started the education or the training. When you start in the industry, it's not about knowledge and skill. It's more of the attitude of how much you wanted to become to get this career. Because even if you're intelligent, even if you have the skill, if you have no diligence, no patience, you will not succeed. Never chase success, right? You follow excellence and success will chase you.